Good day, everybody. I hope you're well. I have been struggling with my temper lately. There's been a lot of things that have been really bugging me. And kids, work, some other stuff. And I find that I've been really ragey, which is super not fun. But one of the things that's interesting about this when this happens is that it's this really nasty feedback loop, right? You get a little upset and you resist whatever it is that's upsetting you. And then, of course, the more you resist, the more it resists back, and then you get more upset and you resist, and then this cycle of resistance and anger happens. And it requires that you break the loop, that you break the resistance by stepping back and taking a breath. It's amazing how much can be accomplished in life by taking a step back and breathing. But so this morning, let me go back. My daughter has been in this mode. She's 2, and she's just a terror right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's completely unpleasant. I love her to death, but it is unpleasant. She's just, from the moment she wakes up to the moment she's going to bed, she's angry and throwing things, and she's hitting and tantrumy, and she's really in that phase where she thinks she should get everything her way all the time, and if you don't completely concede to what she wants, she's ragey. And obviously we're not the type of parents who are just going to cave in and give her what she wants, so we deal with the rage. But after about week 3 of this, it's starting to really wear us down. It just is. I mean, it's part of parenting. Caleb, I don't remember whether he went through such a nasty phase, but either way. So this morning, as I was having my shower and I could hear her starting to get up, I just said to myself, I'm not going to fight it today. I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to be a lot more kind, a lot more soft, a lot more gentle. More hugs, less frustration, more empathy, more patience, that kind of thing. And when I got out of the shower, I could hear that she was already battling with my wife. Kate was trying to get her dressed. She'd already been set out to the side because she was swinging or doing whatever that is that she does in the morning. And, Kate and I have a really good relationship, and we have a really good team system going here, that we're pretty good at tapping each other out when we need to. So I just walked in and I got down to her level. Ivy, not Kate, my daughter. I got down to her level and just gave her a hug. And I said, tell me why you're upset. And, I tried to explain as best you can to a 2-year-old why you have to. She was angry because Kate had made her do a timeout. And, fine. That's how it goes. Anyway, it was a good morning. And even as we were getting ready, there's always a bit of chaos in the morning as we're getting our boots and our snow pants on and our toques and everything. And it's a tough transition. And even then this morning, I noticed it starting to ramp up, starting to resist the speed that they wanted to go at. And I was just like, let's just roll with this today. Let's just do our best. Let's not fight it. Let's just ride the wave. And I'm finding this at work. I'm having some frustrations at work, and I find that the frustrations are coming when I'm fighting it, when I'm resisting the reality of whatever it is. And I've spoken a lot about trying to only control the things that you can control, and not trying to exert too much influence or control over the things that are just way outside of your control. But we still fall back into that. I still fall back into that all the time. I make no assertions that I'm perfect in any stretch. But it's worth reiterating. And whether you want to take that stoic approach of control what you can control and leave the rest to sort of the way it is, or maybe a little bit more of a artistic, fluid way, is ride the wave of whatever they throw at you. I've never surfed. I would really like to surf, but I've always been mesmerized by the surfer. I was a snowboarder. It's kind of the same way, in that the really good snowboarders, the really good surfers, I think, are completely in tune with whatever nature's throwing at them, whatever the shape of the wave, whatever the roll of the mountain, the condition of the snow. the temperature. You don't fight it. You don't resist that. You embrace it. You roll with it. You glide with it. And you find a way to make whatever life is throwing at you work to your advantage. It's kind of like jiu-jitsu. Like, it keeps coming back to it, right? Don't resist what they're doing. Pay attention to what your opponent is doing. And roll with it. That's why they call it rolling, I think. Flow. If this happens, then I'm going to do this. If that happens, then I'm going to do this. And then if this happens, then I'm going to respond this way. And let's move and flow. And I'm going to try to do a lot more of that today. I'm being very conscious of that today, of just rolling with it, of just riding the wave of life. I'm not going to resist things today. See how it goes. But if you're finding yourself frustrated or angry, it's entirely possible it's because you're putting up way too much resistance. You're trying to change or fight against the environment that you're in. And yes, you can work to influence it perhaps over time, life, right? Because life isn't a wave, literally, obviously. There are things that you can do, and there's only so much work that you can put in. But if you do find yourself struggling, maybe you're resisting and you're not riding. So I'm going to go ride myself in to get a coffee. And that's something that I'm going to be very conscious and deliberate with today. And I'd love to hear in the comments what your thoughts are on this. And let me know how it goes. I hope you have a fantastic day. Ride the wave. And I'll see you tomorrow.